Ciao a tutti i miei piccoli porcellini, come state? Io sono Andrea, conosciuto anche come il Sawi, e benvenuti sul mio canale. Oggi siamo qui con Baldur's Gate 3. Ero molto curioso di provarlo dal momento che recentemente mi sono diciamo infognato per bene con il mondo di D&D, volendoci giocare da tanto tempo, già dalla 3.5 se non anche dall'edizione prima. Non ho mai avuto modo di poter giocare realmente con qualcuno, ma adesso con Baldur's Gate 3 ho potuto vedere il gameplay, ho potuto capire molto di più le meccaniche, le skill, le classi, le razze, insomma ho potuto immergermi molto più appieno nel mondo di D&D e ne sono contento perché mi sta piacendo molto giocarci sia su Baldur's Gate 3 che anche nella campagna che sto seguendo sul server Discord. Prima di iniziare col gioco vero e proprio però vi chiedo di lasciare un like, di iscrivervi al canale e anche di lasciare un commento in modo tale da supportarmi e supportare la serie. Ma detto questo, iniziamo col gioco!
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. Rude. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out. Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
Holy hells.
Fina, Cirrus, arbiters for the hells, exemplars of justice.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos. Infernos contractos te vocamos.
Your contract, Wyll. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Wyll Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the Archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel! I won't let her take Wyll.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you soul.
Choose.
You damned wretch. Father. Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat ITA.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Ops, esagerato, non devo fare la roba, ma...
Intruders! Lord Gortash's orders were clear. The Iron Throne must be destroyed.
E così sono velocizzato, vai giù. Karlak, tesoro. Fa secco questo qui. Guarda che riusciti. Hai 31, uccidilo. Oh, cazzo. No, ho sbagliato gabbia. Ora ho preso quella giusta. Perfetto. Signor Duca, mi scatti un po'. Ok, dottor Ravengard, salga su. Salga su. E fine. Sì, non mi rompere i coglioni. Sì, tanto non li posso salvare, sti handicappati maledetti.
Calmness greets you upon exiting the submersible. Unlike the Iron Throne, you remain intact. The same cannot be said for the Gondian hostages, however. Duke Ravengard approaches you, looking confused.
He's tadpoled, but under my protection now, just like you. His mind is his own again.
Father.
Wyll. Gods, it pains me to look at you. By Baldur's graces, why have the hells ordained you to save me?
Your tadpole resonates with Ravengard's. The exhausted Grand Duke is a flurry of emotion.
son. Oh, my head.
Ravengard's head still aches so powerfully the pain seeps into you. The Absolute may be silenced, but the Duke's parasite still remains.
I know you have questions. Please, go to our camp. You'll be safe there. We'll talk soon enough.
Ravengard answers with silence. He and Wyll have much to discuss.
First you cleave my heart in twain, now you shatter it to pieces. My son, a monster. Twisted beyond recognition. To think my blood flows through those veins. Is this my fate? To be freed from Gortash's hell, only to be trapped in yours?
It isn't what you think. It never was.
You turned your back on me, on your city, to chase the she-devil and her power. She stinks up the place even now. It is exactly what I think.
Ravengard's tadpole clenches as your memories and Wyll's flow into him.
My tears wounds. I'm in your mind.
The Grand Duke sees Mizora and her infernal sisters. He sees the agony in Wyll's face as an impossible choice is set before him.
No. My son.
The past becomes present, and Wyll's thoughts are laid bare. Ravengard sees Wyll partnering with Mizora to defeat Tiamat's cultists before they could lay siege to Baldur's Gate, and he sees everything beyond. The nautiloide journey, the perilous path to Moonrise, the astral prism, and the Emperor within.
Well,
Everything I did for Baldur's Gate. I did for you.
my son. You sold your soul to save Baldur's Gate, and I cast you out for it.
Capito, merda?
To the hell's eternal fire so I might walk free.
Merda che non sei altro di padre.
Gods, can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. You wanted to protect the city. I only ever wanted the same.
You are a better man than most, and a better son than I deserve. I'll yet make amends, but my duty is first and foremost to the city and its people. There's something I must ask of you. Before I was captured, I was on a mission. Returning from Elturel, I discovered the plans of the Absolutists. I immediately realized the city couldn't defend itself against such an army. I didn't despair, because the city has a secret guardian, a worm that sleeps beneath. He can be called upon in times of great need. This is such a time. You've been trained in the ways of the great champions and proven to be one of them. The worm will answer your call. You must seek him out.
Courage, insight, strategy, justice. I remember them well. You made me recite them every morning.
So you do. And I thought you'd abandoned them. More fool me. The worm goes by many names. Answer, the waiting storm, the heart of the gate. He promised Baldur he'd protect the city if ever its existence was threatened. But just the once. Since then, the city has faced countless threats, but we always overcame. There was never a need to call on the worm. Until now, the Absolute is the greatest threat Baldur's Gate ever faced. The worm must be awakened, and the task falls to you. Take this. The legend of Ansur. An ancient epic. Ill-remembered. Dismissed as a mere tale. Let it set the path before you. Thank you. And may the city know the truth of my only son. Pride of Ravengard. Pride of Baldur's Gate.
Ma vai a cagare, vai, va.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
My father's here, Karlach. Cool your fires. He must not come to harm.
Fine. I'll wait for now. But that prick Gortash is going to pay.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlach, come and say a proper hello.
My respects? You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. We've a marvel on our hands, after all. You brought Ketheric to his knees and made Orin grovel. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorms, it's become vexingly willful. Oh yes, we've much to discuss. But first, come and be witness as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the steel watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. Follow me to my office above. We can be good for each other.
Bene miei piccoli porcellini, per questo video è tutto. Io vi invito come sempre ad iscrivervi al canale, a lasciare un like e un commento per supportarmi e per supportare la serie. Se invece siete curiosi di vedere, anziché la versione ridotta del video qui su YouTube, seguirmi in live e quindi giocare magari anche insieme, scoprire cose, vi invito ad iscrivervi al mio canale Twitch che trovate sotto in descrizione insieme a tutti i miei altri social di riferimento. Ma detto questo, ci vediamo al prossimo video. Ciao!